Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to another beer review. Well, we're at take 3 or take 4. I don't know how far we are, but this is the reality of things. I do have to take many takes sometimes, and just to get the review out the way that I want it to get out. And at the take that I am right now, whatever comes out in this take is what will be. I'm still coming back from the review that I made, the last episode we had on the show, the Concept Podcast with Jeff and Fred from Sarasota Cave. If you haven't seen it, head over to YouTube on my page and you'll be able to find it there. I did not publish it on Facebook, being that it was a little bit too long, and I don't know if everybody wants to see that. Although I do suggest you guys go out and see it. We did a Concept Podcast of our favorite young adult beers and our favorite beers now, just to show you what kind of young adult life I had. My choice was the Colt 45. Sadly, they don't make them in the bottles anymore. They only have them in the big, hefty 750ml cans. And my beer of the day today was the Ooze from Trailway. Both 8% beers. It was fun to see. Definitely not comparable by any means at all. But I liked a strong beer back then in my young adult life, and I still like a nice double IPA right now. And speaking of double IPAs, the Kolsch here, the source is not double IPA by far, but it's part of a porch bomb that I got from Mick Dubé, one of the brewers from Brasseurs du Petit Sault. And I've got their double vision, double dry hop, double IPA sitting in on a wonderful 8.5 ABV. I had a couple of those a few nights ago. Such a great beer. The double dry hopping really blasted the aromas out of this world. If you see it, I strongly suggest you go out and get it. And definitely tonight, being that it is, I don't know what day we are today. I think we're Wednesday. Might be Wednesday. It's a hot day at work. I just want a nice, crushable, cold, crisp beer. And this one here seems to fit the bill absolutely just right. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Hopefully the focus works and you can see it very well. Like I mentioned in the past episode, I'm still getting used to the new camera. I've moved away from the GoPro in the studio for studio shots, so we'll see how the Canon is holding up to the test. But if I look back on the episode that came out on YouTube with Jeff and Fred, the quality of the video was really nice. But we did have some editing nightmares. I had some editing nightmares to deal with, and I didn't lose the audio from the mic. I just decided not to use it, being that it would have taken me until probably Christmas to line that up properly. So this one here, the Sauce Kolsch from Brasseurs du Petit Sault. They've been doing a lot of stuff lately that's they're kind of moving out of their core lineup that I would say like New Brunswickers would kind of know them by. At least I know them by their core lineup, and like their Double Vision double IPA, their Sputnik IPA, the Sauce Kolsch. What else have they come up with? They're coming up with so many different things, like their Cappuccino Stout they came up with. Anyways, they're brewing all kinds of great stuff. I did get... Yeah, maybe I won't talk about that. I kind of got given some information that I wasn't supposed to share. But anyway, it's nothing ridiculous. You'll hear about it soon enough. It's, I almost spilled the beans on a couple of things. But anyway, some really cool stuff coming up from the Brasseurs du Petit Sault. Keep your eyes open on this brewery. Like I said, great stuff. I might have almost spilled the beans on some of the stuff they got coming up. But definitely need to learn to shut my mouth when I need to. Just on time, because like I said, this is the take. So without further ado, I've had a long day at work. Let's see what this Kolsch tastes like. Kolsch being that they're light beers, it's an entry level beer that can be brewed with very much sophistication. It does take a little bit more time to brew these beers with the fermentation, the cold fermentation, and all that. There's a lot of work and time that went into crafting this beer properly. And well, you know me, I rarely bring a beer on the show that I've never had before. This one's not different. I've had it before. It tastes very, very good. And, like I said, being that Kolsch's are light-tasting beers, they're crisp, they're refreshing. The ABV isn't as high as other beers that you would find, and this one here sitting in at a very comfortable 5.1% ABV. You know, it's definitely your everyday beer, every person beer, and if you're not a craft beer, you're not used to drinking a lot of beers, I should say, and you want to try some new stuff out, this is definitely a great entry-level beer. Although it's not an entry-level brewing kind of beer, it might be an entry-level tasting kind of beer. But very, very nice. Color is absolutely perfect, stunning, nice head on it. Everything is just wonderful about this beer. Really getting those Pilsner malts aromas. A little bit of fruitiness. It's great aroma. It's a great beer. I feel like it's like a mix of a Pilsner and a lager and an ale, all coming together and making something absolutely wonderful. So they all had a child, but definitely like such a thirst-quenching beer. Very easy drinking, patio-style beer. This is your everyday beer. I would clean out a 24-pack of this and really enjoy them. This is very, very good. Very tasty. Like I said, it's a super tasty beer. Little to no bitterness in the back end. Very well-rounded, very well-crafted. You know, hats off to Brasseurs du Petit Sault. They did a great job with this one here. Like I said, if you see this one here, the label, again, with them stepping out of what I know them for, with their labels, this label here is very different from what I'm used to seeing from them. So you will not have a hard time finding this bottle here. Again, from their uniqueness with their stubby bottles, that'll make them stand out enough. Their awesome labels will do the same as well. So they're really stepping up their game in all the sides possible. So hats off to Brasseurs du Petit Sault, and they're really putting out some great stuff. And this one here, the sauce Kolsch. I keep calling it la sauce, but it's sauce Kolsch. Very, very nice. Very tasty. I recommend this beer 100%. So head on out to your local AMBL or take a drive up to Edmunston. It's a beautiful place. And right now in New Brunswick, you're saving 20% off all attractions and stuff like that. I know I didn't really read up on it, but anyways, you're getting a rebate. So go out and explore your province. There's lots to see, and Edmunston is no shortage of that. And aside from the brewery that they got there, there's plenty to do. So on that note, cheers, and I hope you guys take a trip to Edmunston. See you next time.